In today's video, I'm going to show you guys one of my secret weapons that has helped bring in more than 2,000 visitors to my church in the last couple of years. I'll show you exactly how I did it and how I broke it down. So let's dive into some church landing page examples coming up. What's up, y'all? If we're meeting for the very first time and if you're new to the channel, what's up? My name is Chris Abbott, but all my friends just call me Abbo. I'm the co-owner of Church Marketing University, and I created this channel to bring you the best strategies, tactics, and ideas in order to be able to grow your church and ultimately make heaven crowded. So what I want to do in today's video is, I think this is one of the most overlooked things in church marketing. All right. Anytime churches are trying to get the word out about their church, right? They're trying to advertise their services. They're trying to invite people to church. Even when churches go into like a giant invite campaign, this is the one key piece that most churches miss. I can't overstate how important the landing page is. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break down and I'm going to show you 3 landing page examples so we can kind of not only take a look at what a landing page should look like, but I'm also going to break down for you the different pieces and parts of a landing page, why it's written that way and why it works so well. Okay, so I'm going to slide behind my computer and let's dive in. So in another video, I actually showed you guys how to step-by-step create a Facebook ad for smaller churches. And we actually set up one for a back to school bash. Now, this is the actual landing page that I set up as an example for that back to school bash. You can check out that video. We'll link it up in the description below and you can watch that video and see how to set up the ad. But the most important part of that is actually the landing page, right? Because people are going to click on the Facebook ad and then they're going to go to the landing page, and it's the landing page that convinces people whether or not they're actually going to visit your church. It's not the Facebook ad. The job of the Facebook ad is just to pique people's curiosity, right? To stop the scroll, pique their curiosity so you can get them to click. It's the job of the landing page in order to get people to actually plan a visit and show up to church on Sunday. That's why this is so important. That's why so many people run Facebook ads and then they don't work. It's because they didn't have an optimized landing page. Oftentimes it doesn't have anything to do with the ad itself. Let's kind of dive in and we'll walk you through this, right? So the first thing I like to do, I don't like to have a big menu up here or like sliders or anything like that. I want to get right to the point, either like a video or a graphic right here that's going to explain exactly what it is, because I want people to know that they're in the right place. They just clicked on the Facebook ad, right? Boom, they're coming right here, and the Facebook ad was talking about a back to school bash, and now they're right here, and they know, yes, I'm in the right place, back to school bash. That's what I wanted to know more about. What we do is scroll down here. This is something I call an event stack. The event stack is what you're going to do, is what you're going to create that's actually going to, kind of convince people why they would want to show up to your church and to this event. We have some important information. Hey, on Sunday, September 15th at Believe Church, we're hosting our annual back to school bash. And then we've got the event stack: free games, free inflatables, free bounce houses, free face painting, free snow cones, and food trucks. And of course, more candy and prizes than your kids can handle. Now, if this had been something that we did in a previous year, probably what we would do is I would even have some pictures on here of last year's event, right? If this is something that we do every single year, it's always really cool. Like if it's an Easter landing page, maybe to use some pictures from last year's Easter, or like a Christmas Eve service, right? Same thing, back to school bash, any type of event that you do annually. It's great if you can use last year's pictures on there as well, and not just stock photos, but actual pictures of people in your church. And then, so we have some more information. Church starts at 10 a.m. and then the back to school bash will be directly following service. Your kids are going to think you're a superhero after you bring them to Believe Church for the biggest, baddest back to school bash you've ever seen. Come out to Believe Church on Sunday, September 15th at 10 a.m. for a fun, safe day of family fun. Now, one of the things I want to point out, right? So again, we're saying a lot of the same things over and over again because I'm trying to drive that point home, right? The date, the time, the things that are going to be in there. You'll see in just a second. I actually put that event stack a second time, again, to just kind of really get that to stick in parents' minds. But this right here, this is the money thing, right? This is one of the most important things you can do if you're trying to get people to come to an event, is you use these magic words. This event is 100% free and open to the public. It might seem easy. It might seem obvious. I'm telling you, it's not. And otherwise you'll get bombarded by questions about like, hey, does this cost anything? Is this free? Can I come if I don't go to your church? Is this only for church members? You can get a lot more people to your event just simply by having this phrase. This event is 100% free and open to the public. And it's why I created in giant letters right here, right? So that people could see that, because that says, yes, the doors are open. You're invited. We want you to come. This event's 100% free and open to the public. All you ask is that you plan your visit below so we can save a spot for your kids and give them a free welcome gift, right? So plan your visit now and we'll see you on Sunday, September 15th at 10 a.m., right? Again, you can see I'm just hammering those details home, right? And then we've got a plan your visit button. Now I'm actually using Text in Church in here, which is my favorite favorite Plan Your Visit software. It is completely dope, man. And the guys at Texan Church are amazing. Their support's amazing. Man, we love those guys. But I'll just show you guys because I know people are going to ask, right? Like if you click on it, boom, it's going to.
Hey there, you looking to plan your...
Really important to have a video here from the pastor inviting people out, right? Pastor or a friendly person in your church inviting people out to plan a visit. What a lot of churches do is they make a giant mistake here and they put a logo here, right? Who cares about your logo? Nobody wants to do business with your logo. Your logo's not going to invite people to church, right? This needs to be a friendly person. And if you have to, you could use a picture, but it should be a picture of the pastor and his or her spouse. But the best thing you can do here is like what Pastor Ryan did, where you actually have a video of the pastor inviting you out to church, right? And that's part of Plan Your Visit, right? So love that. That's the button. That's the same thing. If you click on this right here, that's going to take you there. It's going to pop that up, right? Then we got Back to School Bash. I'm just hitting all of the relevant details. Sunday, September 15th at 10 a.m., right? And then we've got the event stack again, everything we need. Another Plan Your Visit button. We want multiple on here. We don't have links to other things. We're not talking about other ministries or other events or anything else. The only thing that we're talking about on this landing page is the Back to School Bash, okay? Now, according to Gray Matter, 43% of all church website visitors are on the website looking for service times and location. So I like to put service times and location right below all the relevant information. I make them big, right? So people know Sundays at 10 a.m., here's the location. And then this is a little bit of identity messaging. Find your people, discover your purpose, plan your visit, right? Trying to find your purpose, looking for something different, need a new tribe, plan your visit now. Notice I'm not talking about us. I'm not talking about my church. I'm talking about them. That's identity messaging. We're speaking to their identity. No awkward first visit. Here's the deal. We do things a little differently around here. We know it can be a little weird or even awkward visiting a church for the very first time. And that's why we created Plan Your Visit, right? When you sign up for Plan Your Visit, we'll meet you at the front door, help you get your kids checked in, introduce you around a few people, save you seats. We'll even sit with you if we want, so you don't have to sit by yourself. It's called a sow that benefit. We'll talk about that in another video, right? Where you tell them what they want, sow that, and then add the benefit, right? So we'll even sit with you if you want, so that you don't have to sit by yourself. We want to make your first visit as easy as possible and actually take time to get to know you and your family. Pretty crazy idea, right? Will you come hang out with us this Sunday? Just click on the Plan Your Visit below and schedule your visit for this Sunday, right? Then I like to have another video here. So this is Katie explaining Plan Your Visit, right? And just kind of talking about that, right? And again, we said like, will you come to church with me this Sunday? I like to make it personal. So it's a person inviting and not just, will you come to church with us and that kind of stuff, right? It's like it's Katie saying, hey, will you come to church with me this Sunday? Plan your visit now and we will reserve a parking spot for you, meet you at the front door. Again, we're just kind of hitting these again. We're trying to get that to stick in their brain as they're going through our landing page. Plan your visit now, boom. And then we've got the church. Hey, wear whatever you want, drink coffee in the sanctuary, meet some great people, listen to a relevant sermon from Pastor John. Again, we're not talking about us, right? We're talking about them, right? You can wear whatever you want. You can drink coffee in the sanctuary. You can meet some great people, and you can listen to a relevant sermon from Pastor John. And then we've got pictures from actual inside the church. That's really important. Again, no stock photography. You need to have pictures from actual people in your church, and they need to be smiling people, right? Not just the picture of an outside of a building. Nobody cares about the outside of a building. People care about people. Every single potential visitor wants to know two things, right? Who's the pastor and who are the people, right? So we have to have lots of picture of smiling, happy people in the church, right? So again, hey, we don't judge. We don't care if you have tattoos. We don't care how you dress. We don't care if you have a past. We just want to meet you. Again, we're speaking to them. We're talking about them, not about us. We're not talking about what we believe or any of these kinds of things. We're always talking about them. People don't care that your dog died. They care that their dog died, right? So we're not going to talk about us because they don't care about us. They care about themselves. That's just how people are. It's how we're wired. So that we're talking about them, right? And I specifically wanted to speak to some of the things that people might be kind of nervous about right now. Well, man, like, I wonder if they're gonna judge me, or man, what if I have tattoos? Am I still welcome? Or man, I dress, a little bit different, right? Does that matter? Or man, I've got a past, right? We're hitting all those, saying, hey, we don't care about any of that stuff. We just want to meet you. And then I told you, all right, who's the pastor? Who are the people? Man, so we're going to introduce them to Pastor John and Heather, right? Now, notice this. Hi, my name's John. I believe that you are uniquely wired by God for a specific purpose, and that unless you figure out what that purpose is, you'll never be truly fulfilled. No one else on earth can fulfill the unique calling that God has for you. No one else can fulfill your assignment. Maybe you know exactly what your purpose is. Maybe you've been running from it for a while, or maybe you have absolutely no idea where to even start looking for it, but I want to help you find it. Because I believe that the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who actually do. Plan your visit now. Now, notice what this section from Pastor John and Heather is not. It doesn't have, Pastor John grew up on the East Coast in North Carolina, and he and Heather met when they were at Bible college, and then they went on to seminary, and they enjoy long walks on the beach, pizza, and throwing the Frisbee with their dog. They have 3 kids that are aged, no. We're not talking about them. Again, remember, people don't care that your dog died. They care that their dog died. So what we're doing is we're using this section. We're introducing the pastor and his wife. Here's Pastor John and Heather. And the first thing we do is we turn it back around and we're talking about them, right? You guys starting to see kind of how we're creating this and why we're doing it this way, right? I believe you are uniquely wired by God for a specific purpose. And then unless you figure out what that purpose is, you will never be truly fulfilled. I always like to have a test drive, a sermon section on here. These are really, really important, right? Just so people can kind of go in, they can check out a sermon. What I recommend doing here is upload your sermon, just your sermon without the worship, so that people can click on and immediately the sermon starts. And that way they can literally test drive what it's like. If you just say something like watch our past sermons or check out some of our recent sermons, no one's going to click on it. But if you say test drive a sermon, then people go, oh yeah, I actually do kind of wonder what the sermon will be like. I should test drive it before I show up. Again, a lot of it's in the language, and you can see just how nuanced things are when we're talking about landing pages. And then finally, I like to have like a kids section, right? Like, hey, your kids are going to love it here, right? Our kids church has fun services, engaging music, age-appropriate Bible lessons, games, free candy, earn Bible bucks to spend at the kids store, right? Where was that when we were kids? Just click on the button below to plan your visit. We'll set everything up, right? Notice too, there's lots of space in between here, right? This isn't just like paragraphs of text that nobody's going to read, because people inherently, they scan, they don't read. So knowing that, we want to take advantage of that, and we want to do lots of titles and subtitles, like lots of headers and subheaders, and then we want to use bullet points and lists and those types of things, right? Because that's going to make it more easily scannable. I like to call it snack size information, right? Little bite-sized pieces of information, snack size information that people can easily scan, because that's what they're going to do anyway. And then I like to talk about a little bit while we do things a little different, right? No awkward first visit, no confusing church language, no judgmental church people, and your kids will beg you to come back. Believe church is different when you come hang out with us this Sunday, right? And then we've got directions down there, right? So, man, that's the landing page. These other ones are a little bit shorter, so we're going to go through them here in just a second. But I wanted to kind of show you guys not only what the landing page looks like, but why I designed each section the way that I did, why I wrote the copy the way that I did. That's really, really important. Notice you don't know that much about us here, except you do, right? Because we're talking about you this whole time, and it's speaking to you. So let's do this. Before I get on to the other 2 pages here, and I'm going to show you my page, right? Literally the exact landing page that I've used to get over 2,000 visitors to my churches. I'm going to do that in just a second here. But man, before we do, would you like this video? If you like this video, if I'm creating some value here for you and you're learning some things, man, would you like this video? And would you hit that subscribe button? If you're not subscribed, if you're new to the channel, or maybe you've been checking things out here, man, I'm working my tail off to create these videos for you guys. No joke. Spending a lot of time, energy, and effort to put this in here. So it's super easy for you to just like and subscribe, but it means the world to me. Man, if you do that, and then if you click that little bell icon, you'll actually get notified every single time we drop a new video, which is going to be quite a bit over the next couple of weeks, because we've got a lot of brand new videos coming out, hopefully just like this one, teaching you stuff that you may have never heard before. And I want to help you reach more people, because I know that there are people on the other side of your faithfulness. Let's make heaven crowded and dive in. Okay, next thing I want to do, I'm actually showing this. This is from a friend of mine's church, right? He has this. This is a new here page, right? So I know there's a lot of churches that might set up like a new here page. This is a great new here page that converts really, really well. We can't wait to meet you. Sundays in person at 10:30 a.m. I love it, right? Remember, 43% of people are on the website looking for location and service time. Boom, he's got the service time right there in the top, right? And then what if church became the highlight of your week? And he's in here. Now, here's what I love about this. It's not just the pastor, it's the pastor, right, and his wife, and he's got his kid in here. Oh, that's amazing, right? How many of you guys are trying to reach young families? Look at this. This is the way to do it right here. This is perfect. Man, this is a great way to try to reach young families, right? He says plan your experience instead of plan your visit. I'm a fan of plan your visit, but this has been working for him really well, right? So plan your experience today, and we will reserve a front row parking, give you a tour of the building, help you pre-register your kids if you have any, give you a free gift for coming, right? So So hit the button below now to plan your visit. Boom. Church on a Mission meets inside of, I don't even know how to explain that because it's in Louisiana, right? The convention center in Kenner. Again, locations and service times. He's got a map here. He's got a new series, right? So he's talking about the series. Have you been hurt by the church? Chances are yes. Many have experienced hurt from people they trusted as their leader, maybe even gave up on church. But in this series, we'll be learning how to process church hurt biblically so you can thrive within the body of Christ as you are meant to do, right? Another plan your visit button. Again, you want multiple calls to action, multiple plan your visit buttons on here, but they all need to say the exact same thing, right? Plan your visit, plan your visit, plan your visit. So why should I come and build lifelong friendships, be in a place full of life, hear messages straight from God's word? Another plan your visit button. Beautiful, right? What about my kids? Pre-register my kids. Now, I'm not personally a fan. I'd never like to have two different calls to action on a page, but this has been working for Pastor Ryan, right? He's got the pre-register my kids button on there, right? Then he's got some FAQs in here that you can click on. Like, this is all great. Another like sneaky little plan your visit button in there, which I love, right? So let us know you're coming to church this Sunday by planning your visit. We can't wait to meet you. Another plan your visit button. Man, we love church, right? A little bit of social proof from people inside the church. Those are actual people in the church. That's important. Man, we don't judge. We help people win. Got more pictures of people inside the church. Test drive a sermon. I told you I'm such a huge fan of that. It works so well. And then another plan your visit button here. Okay, so that's the new here page. Finally, I know this video is a little bit longer here, but I wanted to make sure that we're showing you guys 3 different landing pages so you kind of get an idea. And hopefully you're starting to see some of the trends of what we're doing here, right? Now, this last one, now the page itself actually isn't up because we redesigned the website and did a bunch of different stuff. So what I did was we actually recreated the exact page that I've used to get over 2,000 visitors. We recreated it word for word, exactly how it is on this Believe Church site that we set up here. So that's why it's Believe Church, but it's talking about guts is because I wanted to build this out so I could show you guys because this is probably the highest converting landing page of all time that I've ever had. This is a plan your visit page, specifically sending people from Facebook to the church where they can plan a visit, right? So we've got Katie out here. Will you come to Guts with me this Sunday? And this kind of walks you through like, hey, you're going to walk in these doors, right? Here's what it looks like. Here's what a service looks like. And we walk in there. So it's a great kind of, it's a minute 38, less than 2 minutes, but it's a perfect intro, a perfect test drive of the experience in our church when you kind of cruise through there. So really, really important video. Again, service times, boom, this Sunday at 9:30 and 11 o'clock. Hey, first time at Guts, don't want to go alone? Or maybe you've been a few times, but you'd like to ask a few questions, tour the property, or connect with some staff and leaders? Well, schedule your visit now and we will reserve a parking spot for you up front, meet you at the front door, introduce you around, help you get your kids checked into Kids Church, give you a tour of the church, and save seats for you in the service of your choice. Schedule your visit right now. We can't wait to meet you, right? Boom, plan your visit. Pictures of inside the church. I didn't have some of those original pictures, so we just used some ones we already had, but we had pictures of the church itself. I like to use pictures of couples, of young families, right? Like what you put out is what you're going to attract. So you want to make sure that you have a diverse array of pictures, right? Different ages, different demographics, right? White people, black people, Asian, Hispanic. You want to make sure it looks like heaven, okay? What you put out is what you're going to attract. That's really, really important. You can wear whatever you want, drink coffee in the sanctuary, and listen to a relevant message from Pastor John Smith. It's actually Pastor Bill. I don't know why we put Pastor John Smith when we were creating this. We don't judge. We help people win. This Sunday at 9:30 and 11 o'clock, right? Plan your visit now. Then I like to have some pictures of the kids' church, which is what that was. We say, hey, our kids' church has fun services, engaging music, age-appropriate Bible lessons, a rock wall, playground, basketball court, zip line, free ice cream, right? Where was that when we were kids? Just click on the link below and Katie, our amazing Plan Your Visit guru, will set everything up. Then we've got Plan Your Visit now. I also use Katie's name because I wanted them to know there's an actual human on the other side of it, right? There's a person on the other side of it. See you Sunday. Then we have locations and service times, right? Because we had multiple locations. So we had all of those on there with service times and then directions to each campus. Test drive a service. I like to put 3 of the most recent sermons on there. Again, no worship, just the sermon itself, going straight into it so people can test drive that. And then just at the bottom end, I love doing something like this, some kind of like tongue in cheek or some type of, kind of like, hey, I mean, seriously, you're coming to Guts this Sunday and we can't wait to meet you. We won't take no for an answer. Okay. I've actually used that on a lot of my friends before. If there's somebody I know is going through something, I'll just say, I won't invite them to church. I'll just call them and just say, hey bro, you're coming to Guts with me on Sunday. We're going to the 11 o'clock service. I'll pick you up at 10:30. And if they say anything, it's like, yeah, I won't take no for an answer. I'll see you at 10:30. And I'm telling you, it works about 100% of the time. When you just tell people, hey, what's up, man? I love you. You're coming to church with me on Sunday. I'm not asking. Pick you up at 10:30. People are like, all right. right? It's shocking how well it works. So I like to put that on a landing page every once in a while. So hopefully this was a valuable video. Hopefully you guys kind of understand exactly what we're doing from a landing page perspective, right? You notice that we're not talking about us, we're talking about them, right? We're putting them in the center of the story. Donald Miller from StoryBrand says it like this, like, hey, you don't want to make your brand or your church or yourself Luke Skywalker, right? You want to position them like Luke Skywalker. They're the ones that are at the middle of the story, and you're Yoda, right? You're the guide who's helping them along, right? And so that's exactly what we're trying to do with the landing page. We only had one call to action, right? Plan your visit. And we want to get people from a Facebook ad to a landing page. And then the landing page, its job is to do all the heavy lifting and to get people to take the next step, which is to plan a visit for Sunday morning. Hope you guys found this video valuable. And if you guys want to learn more stuff like this and you want to use some of our templates, right, on Facebook ads and some of these different things, then head on over to churchmarketinguniversity.com/scholarship. And we actually have a few more scholarships available. You can get up to 90% scholarship off of Church Marketing University if that's something that interests you, right? And if you need that, so you can actually apply for a scholarship, and then based on your church size, your budget, kind of your unique situation, you can get up to a 90% scholarship. We'll get you in CMU, and then we can help you kind of set some of these things up. There's tons of other things we've talked about on this channel, a few things that we haven't yet that we can help you with in order to attract more visitors, grow your church, and make heaven crowded. So I love you guys. Have a phenomenal day. Let's make heaven crowded. We'll see you soon.